These biscuits.
I am the liquor.
Red Robin.
Yum.
Hi, how you doing? Where you from? What do you do for a living?
Hey, boner.
Dude.
And now, the all-new T-Bird Shag Party. The music, the dancing, the fun. Featuring the best shaggers on television today from the Carolinas, the birthplace of Shag. And now, here's your host, T-Bird.
You're back shagging with T-Bird another Sunday afternoon. Some of the finest of beach and R&B, people. Oh, we got a good crowd once again. Are you having a good time? Tell you what, people, hey, we got to do it every Sunday right here at our house and other places. We'll be running around the country. Courtney's Beach Shag Club, Twin River Shag Club is here with us. All I can say is, let's get loose.
Let's get loose, as T-Bird says. Hello, everybody. The OG show back at it again. Myself, Creedence, B-Shop, Knockers, and over there is Mikey, who's on fire.
On fire.
Bishop, you're very orange tonight. Love it. Knox, very white and old. Mikey.
Son of a bitch. Been a while, Creed. Good to see you.
It has been. It's been a month. We haven't done the show in a month.
So
real quick,
that Knox has aged that much in a month.
you keep
saying
that I've aged. Jaundice. He's not doing well. Real quick, I heard T-Bird.
Yeah.
On local radio, still to this day.
Wow.
I went to a gas station. He was talking about shagging everybody. Shagging Hall of Fame.
Bishop, you've been demoted down to just your camera microphone, I presume, or is that just
hold on.
I was just wondering why you do that. YouTube Jungle Dagger, the 1069. That was 10. I get. Thank you.
That's 10. I say 10.
Well, the conversation in the beginning of the show, nobody realized Bishop's mic was.
I
no,
told him
it says talk. It's this one right here. This one.
Ooh, new mic.
Oh, this is old.
Oh,
mic.
that's
Hello?
definitely it.
Hello.
Yeah, that's
sounds pretty
Pop-up
good.
modulation.
That's it. He's to me, he's about 100 or 200% lower than everybody else.
Maybe it's because his mic is a little further away.
I guess I don't know. Nothing but professionalism around here. Good to see everybody jumping in. Almost 50 of you.
Hey, where did you see T-Bone at? I mean, T-Bird.
Damn it, T-Bone.
What gas station? Is that what you're asking?
That was at the Speedway.
Did he give you correct change or no?
He wasn't working there. He was on the radio.
He was. Oh, okay. Well,
he was behind the counter asking me about the Shag Hall of Fame.
Right.
Well, does Knox have a story? I just found out some news from Emily the other day. I guess I don't check my messages properly.
I mean, we did make a joke that when she was in Myrtle Beach and you said Knox was in Myrtle Beach, I said, well, maybe they're hanging out. Maybe they're having lunch.
Oh, you should have seen them. The other night, just the night that she got home. And then I made the joke about the time that Knox cried to me, telling me about when it was...
Barb?
Yeah. Yeah, her.
Yes.
That one.
No, she was at, you know what she was asking me about.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, who was asking you about? Barb? Was it Emily?
Emily.
Okay.
Was nothing shady going on.
It's true because I can barely hear him. Hello, Lurker.
But I definitely do have. When it's time, I've got quite an update for you guys. Quite an update. It's,
I'm excited now.
What rabbit are you talking about?
The
Yeah,
rabbit died. When somebody's pregnant, they say the rabbit died.
Yeah.
No.
Get with the times, Creed.
Come on.
Yeah.
Oh,
She was asking me what to do about it.
Where do I go? Take care. We got a poll?
Yeah, we do, but I don't want to say what it is yet.
No.
Oh, there's a poll question?
Okay, I like that. Okay, all right. So obviously, it has something to do with pregnancy and something to do with Knox, as far as that goes. Anyways, tonight we've got a hell of a mailbag, so we appreciate you guys coming through on that, including one troll message, which you guys are really gonna enjoy. I read it today, and it's like outside.
I read over it again, and I don't know what to think about that.
It's pretty good, and we'll get to that. I've got a few news headlines if we have time. Even if we don't, I just want to read some of the headlines of some of the because I will save a lot of news. Even though we weren't doing the show for a month, I still like save it, in the phone to go back to at some point. So at least we can bang out the headlines.
Breaking news, Creed. Russia might invade Ukraine.
Pretty
about
much.
that.
I mean, back about
He's been saving them. You've been saving those a while, Bishop.
Well, yes, Knox is pregnant.
or married.
All right. So I just want to get up to snuff on this. So Knox and Emily went to Myrtle Beach together, and then you found out about it in a message?
No.
You don't check your messages.
No. Emily was there. I believe Knox was.
Emily
in a
doesn't
hot
even
tub.
cut your hair, and then the way you guys communicate is by message?
Did our trips overlap or no?
I think they may.
Yeah, I think so.
And I mean, Emily's not going to get up at 9 a.m. to go sit in a hot tub with Knox.
Wow.
7:30.
That
Oh my
sounds
God.
about. Who gets up at 7:30? Like,
And then
I'm
I got
gonna-
kicked out. I got kicked out of it at 7:30. I went back at 9. When it ran. Well, I'll tell you what, the door should know. I'll get into the whole thing because I mean, you'll enjoy every aspect. I'll say this: I've never gone to Myrtle Beach as a tourist as an adult. I always lived there. So the full golf experience took place with me and 12 other people. So it was.
Damn, that's a hell of a
question. Not to get
Entourage there, you bud.
too into it, but did you go with anybody?
It was.
You just said 12 other people.
12
There
other
were
people.
there were 11. Sorry, there were 12 of us. It was a golf trip, so 3 foursomes.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Did any of the golf courses that you planned on playing? You showed up and found out they built houses down the middle of the course.
Not quite that bad, but I was blown away by how much development is still happening down there. Yes, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, very lazy. Can you imagine owning, even if it's a rental property or your own home, on a golf course, and they say we're closing it down, and guess what? Every bit of that golf course is going to become houses, and they did.
Yeah,
I mean it's crazy, and some of them just left it, overgrew. That one that's in North Myrtle,
Marsh Harbor,
where it always I don't know if that's the one exactly, but it's right
No.
near one of the main roads where you couldn't even drive in or out of it at the only 3 exits or whatever because it would flood like by the feet. I mean, like it'd be like 6 foot of water.
that was up towards Little River,
Right,
on
yeah,
the
it was
right-hand
a little
side.
up.
Was it Robber's Roost?
I don't remember the name, but
think it
they-
was.
Hell of
I don't
that's a hell of a golf course name. Robert's
They let it-
Roost.
it overgrew so much that there was wildlife in there that was bothering everybody with all the and the houses were still all the way around.
You said there
And
was a
then
lot of wildlife in there?
Yeah,
Nice beaver.
Well, they
Yeah.
grow up like there was a golf course near my parents' house in Calabash, Marsh Harbor, that was like Jurassic Park. You went in there, all the cart paths are obviously still there, but everything else where the fairways were and the rough, it's just like 7 foot high brush and everything
wait,
else.
where your
just
parents'
goes in.
house was?
Where they lived, there was an abandoned golf course there from
Oh.
some rich family. Yeah. but
Yeah.
Marsh Harbor is what it's called.
Is that his new thing? He's gonna be a hobo. God, that'd be great.
No, I would get hurt doing that.
All right,
He
Knox,
can't get on the first train.
if you never got sober, could you ever have done something like that? Do you think that you would ever go off the rails that much that you just want to go train
And just be like homeless on the train?
yeah,
I don't know. I did some pretty weird stuff in the throes of all that, but I don't know if I would have gone that low or not. I'm not sure. I think I'm smart enough to not try and grab a moving train. Honestly, it's pretty dangerous. It's really dangerous. So,
The more you know.
but I've learned a lot from Hobo Shoestring about what ones to ride on.
Yeah, you do. You learn. Now you're going to be going down the road. You're going to see trains going by. And go, that's a good one. Look at that boxcar. It's halfway open
grainer.
on one side.
The grainer.
Yeah, I guess you
Yeah.
got to be a little dude to get down in the. There's the round holes on some of them, and you can get inside of there, and it's almost like
Yeah.
a little apartment.
It's weird. Did you see
Got
that he
cable,
actually
internet,
just posted a little while ago?
Everything.
No, I didn't see that. I don't
don't
know why you said jumping on them when they're going by.
He's running
By
from
the
the
way-
law.
By the way, it looks like Nick's riding on a train right there. Anyways, are you?
He's hoboing right there.
Well, I know you catch them when they stop, but still, like, I don't know. My luck, I'd pick the one train that would derail while I was on it or something. There'd be a huge crash, and I'd be on one of the cars.
I think if you're riding the rails, the least of your worries is a train
wreck.
derailing. I think you gotta really. I also
You
like
stay
the
in the
Easter
back.
egg that's behind Knox. A picture of a train while he's
Yeah.
talking about
Yeah.
riding trains.
Conrail, dude.
Yes, Conrail, bro. B-Shop, new job, making you work a lot, huh?
Yeah,
Sounds
making me
great,
work a
right?
lot, getting the swing of it. So hopefully we have another show within a month. If not, this will be the 1 time a month show.
Well, we haven't
get
talked
together.
about it, but if that is the case, I'd say we just play it by ear and 8:30 on Wednesdays, maybe. You
Right.
know? It's a thing, although I heard through the grapevine that Knox is going to be pretty busy here in the upcoming days.
Baby will do that.
Conrail Twitty, my favorite.
Yes. Hello, Depot. Nice to see you. It's been a long time. The Depot's just as lovely
I don't know if
as
I got it.
it used to be.
Listen, when we go live a lot and have a video premiere,
Yeah, I got no notifications.
now I got my only notification on here is for some hashtag ad guy that sits there and smiles a lot.
He's very
It's fake.
smiling. Charismatic.
I did get a Facebook one. That's it. It happens.
That's all right.
Sorry.
Better late than never.
Well, apparently some of you did because there's almost 70 of you here.
Well,
And we thank you.
thanks for coming.
Yes, it would be the paired show, but later on we'll learn that Emily won't have one of those for the next 9 months.
And Knox got some splaining to do.
I do remember. I could have cared less too when he was telling me it, but it was a lot of fun because it was. And of course, it was and she was there too. It was out in the backyard where they played volleyball.
She wasn't there.
Bart, you sure she wasn't?
You called her,
Oh,
like, right after and, like, reamed her out.
Oh
Yeah.
boy! Right in front of you.
Go.
Go
I forget
on.
who were you.
Is that
you
why
and
you
I
got
met
kicked
out
out of the
there.
hot tub?
Somebody else.
I'm just
Somebody
watching
else.
This couple ream each other out.
These two haven't done the show in a while, have they, Mikey?
Well,
Nobody
fire.
stop. Keep talking.
Go ahead. Sorry,
I'm
go ahead.
trying not
No,
to
go ahead.
talk on anyone.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
My bad.
Watching Creed and Emily ream each other out. Go on.
Wasn't
No.
Emily stop? So many years ago. She wasn't even born yet. You're welcome.
Yes, she was.
All right, we'll
Yeah,
see you in a
sure.
month. It won't get better than that. See you.
It just wasn't very. It just wasn't very old.
Can't beat that one.
That would have been 04.
I mean, that was
Before-
before even the Creedence and Bishop show. Rockwell.
Where you were up in Jacksonville at that point. You were just down visiting when we
No, really?
caught up. I think so.
long time.
I was living in the apartment over on 544. So whenever I think you were gone by then.
Interesting. Before we get into any stories of any kind, should we do mailbag first?
Sure.
We do that. All right, let's do that.
Get that out of the way. The producer's rusty. Give him a second.
Take your time because I got to pull it up anyways.
Oh, okay. That's
And also, by the way, if you had the apartment on 544, mark that off on your bingo sheet.
Said we ought to pop this thing out. That's all right. We're gonna get to the troll one at the end. We'll start with this. Hey guys, I have to tell you, we got a case. We got a case. Sorry. Watch every day, but tend to lurk. Who or what is your favorite part of the case? Thanks again, Roman. Part of.
I mean the channel itself, or I'm guessing the case. I love harassment court.
I think they're saying, like, what's your favorite part of the proceedings, maybe?
Well, I'm going to go on my own and say I love harassment court.
Okay, go on.
That one's a lot easier to that in first appearances. The biggest reason why is because with first appearances, you get to hear what they're in for. And I guess that's part of why it's cool over to Judge Kent's too. With the F-Pod is always bringing it. I'll tell you what, real quick, kind of along the lines of the mailbag here, but Mikey, you remember the dude that was sitting there with the Easter stuff behind him that was in the kitchen?
Yes.
So I'm almost kind of glad that we didn't stick around for that to get into what that was all about. That was a divorce proceeding. And let me tell you, it went till around 7-ish or later.
Good Lord.
Our time today, and I watched about 2 hours of it. And the thing about it that's so sad is I go to the channel and there are 0 videos. That's one thing that and so I think that's kind of one fun thing about it when we catch good things. Overall, what I like about We Got a Case is it being live and we don't know what's going to happen.
And it takes a little bit of work too. They make sure we
find.
can try and know when to jump and know when to stay, because sometimes we jump too early.
Harassment court is it's pretty
I love
amazing.
harassment court.
This is for Knox. I know you said in past shows, pass
the gas.
you done things while you were drunk you regretted. Oh my God. Open up that can. Have you done anything on weed that you regret? That's from Daria12 on YouTube.
Have I done anything on weed?
Okay, let me ask you this. Allegedly, you smoke pot or edibles or any of that. I guess that would be all the same.
You don't smoke edibles.
Edibles.
I didn't
You
say
eat
smoke
edibles.
I said I know that you smoke pot and you do edibles. Allegedly.
Could I buy some pot from you?
Jesus Christ. Anyways, does it do anything to you other than to kind of even you out?
I'll smoke these hams.
What do you mean? Like, do I get high?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably that.
A little bit of that.
I wasn't high that day. I mean, you've seen what happens if I overdo it.
Yeah.
Does it do anything for me? I mean, it does calm me down. I don't want to take medicine. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I have instead. Even though anxiety-wise, I can get really anxious on the front end of things, and then I'm better later. So in a way, the anxiety gets worse before it gets better.
Right, yeah, that's a...
If I smoke, not if I eat. On the edibles, I don't get anxious.
So on days that you overdo it or have overdone it, is there anything
that I regret?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I regret doing it if I had to get something done.
Oh, Sarge watched it, and it's gone.
You know?
So
I've had some silly things happen. When I was in Colorado, I took a bunch of edibles and I fell asleep during a lap dance. I told you about that, didn't I?
Do you get balloon hands?
I don't get balloon hands now.
Real quick from
What
the
are balloon
case
hands?
today.
What are balloon hands?
Mikey went over to a first appearance, and the guy had a Popeye arm, and I'm talking, it had to have been,
Dude, it was like,
Just
it
one?
was
yeah,
the whole arm.
the arm was huge. And this
Was
arm
he a
was like-
radiation victim?
I don't know. I couldn't imagine because, like, after just a couple of seconds, of course, like mine just jaw dropped. I didn't know what to say because it was that big. And
it was
I tucked
huge.
it
That's
behind
okay. I
me.
said, Popeye is in trouble. We got to get over here quick.
It was bigger than you could imagine.
Unhuman like. I mean, he could have
really
been
was.
Hellboy. He was giant.
Oh,
Anyway,
boy.
all right.
I get it, yeah.
So have you done anything on the pot that you have regretted?
Not really.
He loved it.
I read them as they come in. Bush shop.
Yes.
It's been
Yeah.
a while since you have said anything. How is the Dead Body Collection Agency going? That from Trenton, Michigan.
Well, it's going well. I haven't had anything for a while, which used to be bad. But now, thanks to no one wanting to work, they pay you a body for just being on call. So you ain't got to pick up a body to get paid for one. So that's a pretty good
Wow.
thing. Yeah. Yes.
Can I go back to that question real quick? I just thought of
Sure.
something.
Absolutely.
Yesterday, as a matter of fact,
And we say
I
that
picked
drugs
up-
don't bother your brain.
I picked up some edibles. They were homemade. They were cookies.
Homemade. Oh,
And
from
the
that
guy
lady?
that no, different person.
10
And
o'clock
the
at
guy
night
that
on
the guy that made them told me that I could have half of one before I went to the poker game that I'm a part of. And I ate half of it, and I lost $130 in 17 minutes. And then I was gone. So I do regret eating half a cookie last night before poker.
Yeah, blame it on the cookie.
Blame it on the drugs.
Do you
Believe
play
it or
a lot of cards? If I name off some hands that I had in a row, will you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
mean, but the hard
here were
thing is you'd have to tell me what was laid down by the
okay, well here were my three hands that I was betting on. Okay, first hand Ace 10, okay, which is pretty good pre-flop, and the flop came out, and I tried to ride it all the way to the river or to the kicker each time, and I lost. So I went Ace 10, Ace King suited, okay. Bet on that, lost, and then I got Ace 10 again. So Ace 10, Ace King, Ace 10.
Did you lose when you got to the river, or was somebody get you out of there?
I was holding my own, and I didn't have the better kicker each time. So
Losing on the kick. Yeah, you did nothing wrong.
I also lost on trip threes.
Well, you
which
got to
should've-
remember that Texas Hold'em and well, there's a few games along this lines is one of the only games that you can win or lose whether you got good cards or not. That's what you always got to remember. The best players.
And those are strong cards
Oh,
going
very
into a
much
hand.
so. But I mean, and that's one of the worst things about playing poker is like when you've got something suited, even if you've got a pair that's suited, you still got a really good chance of losing. And I think that's part of what makes it so much fun. Here you go. Get ready. Pie. We'll be here in a moment.
Who is
Just a second.
RuPaul up here on the right. Who is that right there?
Oh, how dare you? There he is, right there.
Oh my
In the middle.
goodness. Yeah. Well, you didn't have to say in the middle. We just scanned old barrel arm there.
That's probably cancer or something.
I mean, how does nobody have like
This-
this crazy ass look on their face?
The guy on the bottom left notices it. Look at him.
He kind of looks like
Yeah.
He's like,
And the
"Oh,
guy in
shit."
the upper right saw it too.
The guy's
He's
like,
on-
Sonny is like,
Huh.
oh, I bet he ate an edible before he come out. Don't hide it. You can't hide that. We all see it.
well, tried after that.
Do you think that they have to use a special cuff for that hand?
Oh, there's no way you can put a cuff on that hand.
Yeah,
He's
we
got
just
zip tie
uncuffed.
him.
Because then he put his hands behind his back.
I know,
and
but
he
I'm saying
was
like when he goes wherever, like
yeah.
they put a leg shackle on one arm and a
You
regular
just
on
tie
the
him
other.
up with rope.
Up next on the mailbag. Hey guys, have to ask:
Fine.
do you guys ever rehearse what you're going to say on the show because you go live, or
No,
before
we
you
do.
go live? because it
Someone
seems
wrote
like
not with a K.
most
we
of the
do not.
time you know what you're going to say ahead of time. Just asking. Love you guys. Lisa,
Can you read that again?
Andrews, and Perkins. Why?
Because I think I don't know. Bishop was talking, and I didn't really catch all of it.
Hi guys. Have to ask, do you guys ever rehearse what you're gonna say on the shows before you go live? Because it seems like most of the time you know what you're gonna say ahead of the time. Just asking. Love you guys. Lisa Andrews Perkins.
No.
Definitely not.
Oh no.
No,
Thank you
we
for
do
repeating
not.
that, Creed. I appreciate that.
No problem.
Question real quick about Knox's blaming the drugs. So what you're saying is that the drugs didn't stop you? You were betting good hands, but you're saying the drugs caused you to bet too much?
The drugs made me to not be able to decide things fast enough, and I got yelled at for taking too long.
False bravado.
And then when it was my turn to deal, I only made it around twice to deal. I dealt twice, and I both times, Creed, you'll appreciate this. I had the deck cut, and in front of me, everyone all got the pot was right, and there we go.
Yeah.
I just sat there, forgot I was the dealer. I was just hanging out. And they're like,
That's right.
"You're the dealer." Oh, sorry.
Listen, you guys got to understand how many hours that we have put in the past together, so it can be pretty quick fire. Like I was watching our video premiere thing that we did, which I hope you guys enjoyed. I thought that was really cool. I watched the whole thing. There was a point where I had said something. There was a person talking in court. I talked. Sound effect. Mikey said something, and then a video sound effect, and then it came out and Judge Porter started talking. And that is the kind of stuff that you pick up after a very, 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 very long time and lots of hours of figuring out how to
But
do
Judge Porter also has a long cadence between, like,
Yes.
he'll take these long pauses, and you know exactly when he's going to say something almost.
But that goes without saying with us. Now, when we were doing radio and we could see each other,
I feel that seeing each other in this, version, if you will, even seeing each other in person like this, I feel like it throws off my timing, because I can see one of you guys like loading up, like about to say something, where
okay, yeah, I can see that.
I would, for one, whenever we did radio, I would never see you, Creed, even whatever studio we're in, right?
Absolutely right. That's why and even with the new studio there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then with Mikey and whoever was on the other side, I could see them, but
You're like staring.
I wasn't staring at them, and also seeing my own reactions and seeing other people's reactions too, or seeing like if Mikey's about to laugh or whoever's about to laugh, or like I said, gearing up to say something, and I'd be like, oh, I don't want to say anything. So
Yeah.
I felt like our timing back then that was even more crisp.
We've
with time restraints too.
Like people have asked us if we used to like pre-record breaks and stuff on the radio.
Right.
I mean, the same way. And almost not that super professional, but when we do a lot of stuff, we do everything almost 98% or 99% of everything we do live on YouTube. And people used to think that we edit everything. And same with the old radio show. They thought we went through and edited things. No. We would have slight conversations about if we're going to do a game show or something like that as to how that's going to play out.
We passed a lot of notes.
We did. Yeah, we passed a lot of notes. Notes did help. So there was a little bit of help here and there because there's a lot of things that, maybe I think is really funny and be a great joke for Bishop to say, not me. Or for Mikey, or you know what I mean? And vice versa. So we used to do that a lot. But anyways, I couldn't imagine how rusty we were if we were thrown into that to like go and do a radio show right now. I don't know. Even with doing all the YouTube that we do, I don't know how. Thank you.
Good job.
Mikey, can you hand me that note, by the way?
Oh, absolutely. There you go.
No, thank you.
All right. So I don't know. Should I set this up or just read it and then we'll just talk about it?
Sure, set it up, or I don't know, however you
Well,
want.
I have
do
a
it.
little bit of information as to a background.
So this is the troll you said?
Yes, you'll see why I say that. I'm just going to read it word for word. It comes in just saying lowercase r regarding a name change, ... equal apostrophe s ... the Mikey and Creed show.
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday, no, WED MAR.30, no space. Apostrophe, speaking over, apostrophe, uppercase WGAC and ... Creed . I assume he talking to his many followers, apostrophe, space, space, lowercase o, otherwise he should start his two hashes, own, apostrophe, combined, and in quotes, fast, food, culinary, dental care, gambling, advice channel.
That's from a troll?
Mm-hmm.
Great voice, and I'm sure he's a great guy, but he's most always talking other than We Gotta Chase channel related. And possibly, I'm going to not, just trust me that all the way through this is lots of ...
Yeah, you throw me
weird
off with all this.
apostrophes.
Can't you just read it?
Yeah, I feel like you're.
Take it from the
Trying
top
to-
without all the apostrophes and
Yeah,
dots.
you're
Yeah,
trying
you lost me at ...
Reading a name
dash
change
is
equals-
Morse code.
Stop talking, you'll hear it. Regarding a name change equals the Mikey and Creed show. Wednesday, March 30th, speaking over WGAC and Creed. I assume he talking to his many followers, otherwise he should start his own combined fast food, culinary, dental care, gambling advice channel. Great voice, and I'm sure he's a great guy, but he's most always talking other than We Gotta Chase channel related. And possibly it's their friendship history, but he seems a bit jealous of his co-host, the handsome Mighty Mike. Mighty Mikey. Ironic for a week's one
shit,
summer,
this.
I filled in first at a radio station in Georgetown, South Carolina, stayed at the Holiday Inn, then on to a radio/TV station in Savannah with my out-of-state LLC, shoulder holster, and very lightweight vest. So human.
What? Is that it?
That's it.
So, is this where
Yeah,
you guys try to launch the Creed and Mikey decoder ring? You're gonna get a message like this every week, but you have to have the decoder ring to figure out what the real message is.
I don't know. Well, first of all, I was gonna say some things and kind of dissect it and say, I mean, again, if you have anything to do with radio, then you should understand that or what we're doing here. So shame on you. But there's really no reason to really dig into it because Mikey did a little bit of digging. It's a Facebook profile that they made to send this.
Just to send the message.
So, I mean, you know.
I read it like it's a dig at both of us. Is the dig at Creed needs to start a channel where he's busy talking about what is it, dental care,
Gambling,
food, and
fast food.
gambling,
Mhm.
and a slap at me because it said the handsome. 'Cause it's in quotation marks, by the way.
Yeah, but how do you know everything had a slash dot? I mean, slap in the
Well,
face.
it's
there was
very
a
hard.
slash and a dot.
I mean, it's very hard to read. I mean, it's
Go ahead.
It's tough to read, but yeah,
Go
I
ahead,
thought
make
it
the-
really is.
beat us both up on that one.
But since I know that it's a troll, I don't need to get into it. I will say this, that
Question.
it would be very, very boring if we didn't talk about other things during an hour-long chase that's doing nothing. What would you expect? Like, I don't, you know.
So, Creed's getting a swipe as that he should start a thing about fast food, tooth care.
I don't
lottery.
even talk. That's why I think
Right.
it's Clay, because I don't say anything about, we don't talk teeth ever.
Right.
But,
That's not Clay.
but Clay
No.
and I used to
So, okay.
talk
we
about.
talk teeth. That's a new show.
Teeth talk.
We did.
Tooth
I was
talk.
convinced that he was missing his front teeth because he wouldn't turn his camera on.
I'm still convinced that there's something weird there.
Anyways, so let's take all those things. And Mikey's biggest swipe is that the guy said in quotations, handsome. When there's all this other stuff.
Mighty. Yeah, handsome and mighty. Like I'm mighty handsome. That's a swipe at my looks.
I love this Michael Jordan. I take everything personally. He said I was handsome, and I took that personally.
Our guy, that's actually a good point. But the way that there's all these,
I thought it was voice to text. That's what I thought it was. That's what I read.
you wouldn't get a lot of apostrophes and equal apostrophe S's, and I don't think.
I don't know. We'll post it up on. I'll post.
Maybe
it up
he
on
has
the,
a tick when he's recording. He has a tick,
I
and that's what it comes up as.
Effing lawyer. Good to see you, bud.
Great to see you. Yes, that's Bishop. There's Knox. They're very busy people.
Hey,
But yeah, I thought it was.
No,
you
couldn't-
saying who you thought it was? I thought that right away as well.
He couldn't screw it up good enough.
Grammar Nazi. I wouldn't
No.
let that happen.
Yeah, exactly. But and then the throwing in the weird thing at the end with the radio thing, like that's how you really know that it's a troll, because I don't think even if you had a love or an interest in actual like FM radio, you would understand more about it. It's weird.
I
But
just thought of somebody, and I'm sending it in the private chat.
I wish it
oh, you know who I think it is.
oh yeah, you can just say that. Tobin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could see that. Because obviously, coming after me.
Well, didn't he do time? Well, didn't he do some stuff in South Carolina?
Well, why was he coming through from Texas and then he swung by the studio?
When?
Something.
He was in the military when we first met him.
No. I'm talking about not
Podcast.
many years ago. Yeah, doing the podcast.
Oh, I don't know, but
But who was
I-
your guess, Bish?
Rochelle,
that's
there's a ton of people. I mean, people tell us what to do every single day. It's a very odd thing. And sometimes it's almost like we don't even. I don't want to get into it, but it's weird. Some people just they really do. And they kind of used to do that a lot in radio too, though. It was people would, even higher ups and even other people in the radio industry. Everybody wants you to do what everybody else is doing. Always. And I don't get that. Like, listen, if I go to a YouTube channel and I don't like them, I don't go back. Why spend the time to get to know them? And do, you know what I mean? Like there's some, and that falls into the old Howard Stern thing. It was used to say, well, good. I like the people that don't like me because they listen better than my biggest fans. It's just the way it is. I don't know.
Bishop, you had a theory?
well, no. I mean, I think it's just some random person that you guys are pissed off. I don't think it's someone tied to your past, but
Well, we pissed off a.
I think if anyone was, I think it would be more Tobin, but I don't have a problem with Tobin. I don't know what happened with Tobin, so I don't want to bring it up. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to. No, yeah, like there's no reason to. Like, remember whenever Paul Kingman asked told Mikey he was a nice guy, and Mikey talked about that the whole time on the way back home one day. He's like, called me a nice guy, and slapped me in the face.
How dare he? How dare he?
Hey, Glenn.
Cantankerous, yes.
I'm glad that I have a thick skin. It's the same thing with so we had a troll issue the other day, and I think that most of them are kids that are just terrible at it. They do whatever they can to try and get just 10 seconds of notoriety, and they get it sometimes.
Right.
But they're terrible. And Mikey and I are always like, listen, if you're going to come in and troll, do it good, be funny, and there you go. That's how you should be doing it. Not just coming in and typing N-I.
Mm-hmm.
It's a terrible world we live in, but it's a bunch of lazy kids, and they can't get it any better. Anyways, they got mad, so they got a bunch of accounts ready during our live chase. Just went to town.
It is.
I'm sorry. Am I boring you, Knox?
No, I'm writing down bullet points for my story, so I don't miss anything out. I don't leave anything out in my story.
There you go.
Well, good news, Knox. God bless me. YouTube Junkie 569. Thank you. F the haters. They're not. I don't even think they're haters. I just think they're. I don't know. It's very weird.
That is. Yeah.
It's very weird. Like I
What
said,
the
I
hell is that?
I was gonna initially dissect that and get into it, but now that I know it's just a complete, just stupid ass troll thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Sometimes
listening.
better to just let that go. Anyways, that's the mailbag. CB Show email at gmail.com. So in the next year or so, when we do the next get together for the next show, we'll be ready.
Stock up.
Have men always been petty like this, or is this a recent development, like in the last 10 years? Petty about what? What do you mean? Like that message, or us picking things apart?
Both.
I like that Creed's like, I have a thick skin, and then Susan, I think was her name.
Just asking.
He asked a question. She's like, "Oh, you want to fight me, you bitch? What you want? You want me to find out where you live? Cut your cat's throat in front of you and let you know I'm not anyone to mess with?" Or you say the other person?
Fight me, bro?
Bullet points.
Bullet points. Listen, talk sports or something for just a second. I'll be.
I'll go ahead and I'll play this. We did have another entry on the mailbag that came in, and it is sports related. So that's the better thing to talk about it when Creed's gone, because if we talk about it while he's here, oh my God! You hear how he talked to Susan a while ago?
We'll be got mad at Susan.
All right, video message from one of our fans. Go ahead, sir.
Yours truly. Well, free agency is kicking right now. Pretty exciting, especially here in Las Vegas, where we're going to get Devontae Adams, one of the finest receivers that's ever played the game. Certainly, probably the most effective receiver in the league for the last 5 or 6 years.
Is that O.J. Simpson?
He's going to join his old teammate, Derek Carr.
Is it?
And we're really excited, especially when you throw in Chandler
OJ's
Jones
our viewer?
as a
That's
pass
OJ.
rusher. You know, look at that AFC West. You look at what the Chargers have done, adding Khalil Mack.
That's the juice, man. That's the
They're
juice.
gonna make
That's
life
OJ.
pretty tough for Mahomes this year. It should be pretty exciting.
Damn right.
Guys ask me, well, why would Devontae leave Green Bay now that he knows that Rodgers is coming? I said, well, you know, years ago, they used to have this 1,000-yard club. Fuzzy Thurston and Jerry Kramer, 2 Hall of Fame great Packer guards, would give it, and they'll fly in all the top 1,000-yard rushers, and we'd go up to Appleton and Oshkosh. Well, let me tell you something. If I had a choice at the end of my career to play in Appleton or Oshkosh.
This
Did you
guy
say
doesn't
Lester
look-
Holt?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Lester
he
Holt.
doesn't look anything like O.J. Simpson. I've seen O.J. Simpson. I watched Naked Gun.
Yeah.
I like those movies. There is no way, Knox. No way.
Nice beaver.
Bish.
That is O.J. frickin' Simpson.
Yes,
He's
sir.
just-
Bish.
That's
Yeah.
Ivan.
What would be the first message on the We Gotta Chase decoder ring?
Oh, I don't know. Don't put me on a spot like that. Let's watch Lester Holt talk.
All right.
Yeah, well, Lester Holt. This is Lester Holt.
I was a Green Bay.
I've heard him.
It's
I think I've
O.J.
been running
Simpson.
to Las Vegas, and I think that's what Devontae has
Sure.
done. Baker Mayfield demanding to be traded. Well, where's he going to go? Carolina, New Orleans, Seattle. I don't see him really improving any of those teams, and I'll be shocked if Deshaun Watson, don't end up in New Orleans, and if Armstead, the big tackle, comes back, and they.
I'm glad this guy's the new sports guy.
Yeah, I was gonna give him his own segment, Knox. Now you're telling me it's O.J. frickin' Simpson. I can't afford him.
Shelley Hughes is pretty cute.
Who?
Shelley Hughes. Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know
that one.
I don't take this wrong, but you're kind of cute, handsome. Some would
That's
say.
a very defined collarbone you got there.
Get Michael Thomas healthy and back, they're going to give Tampa Bay all they can handle. I got a question, though. If you had a
Go
choice
ahead.
right now, first of all, would you give up 2 number 1 draft choices for Baker Mayfield? And if you had a choice between Baker Mayfield and Jimmy Garoppolo, which one would you take? I know which one I would take. I'd like to hear from you. In any event, take.
Wow, what a great question. I would take Baker Mayfield simply because he's younger. That's it. That's the only reason. He's not a better football player than Jimmy. I once was great and thought I could play football. He's just younger.
I thought I was great in.
Yeah, because he did very. He was really great for a while, and then he just tanked. He just keeps tanking over
Tank
and over.
what? Mikey.
Look at when he signed that big contract till this year when he knew this was his last year. Knew it.
You're
I'll
talking
circle
about
back around to that, Billy.
all the playoff appearances, and we're talking about Jimmy Garoppolo, correct?
How many rings has he got?
I don't know. How many rings does the Raiders have in the past 40 years, Mikey?
That would be 4.
Okay, you lumped up all at the very beginning of that 40 years I'm talking about, Mikey. You would drop to your knees
For
and
Jimmy
praise-
Garoppolo?
Yes.
Ain't no way.
Yeah, way.
No way.
Uh-huh.
He gets hurt all the time.
Okay. All right.
So
What-
you take Jimmy G over Baker Mayfield.
Yes.
Hello, Mel.
I have to tell Ivan.
No.
about that.
Well,
There you go.
You tell who?
Horny
Lester
team.
Holt?
Lester Holt Ivan.
No.
He's our new sports guy, so be looking for him each and every week.
I loved it, by the way.
Thank you.
Real quick, what he asked, our favorite. No, I lost it. There you go. Who's your favorite band or musician to listen to? Here's a funny one from me. I, even though I have my favorites, I hardly ever listen to them. I will pop on. I have such little time nowadays because I am home so much. I don't listen to a lot of music like I used to, which is kind of, unless I get, whenever I drink, I always love listening to music. But it'll be putting on like FM radio because I don't get a chance to listen to radio in the current climate that it's in, which is nonstop commercials and 3 songs.
And when does Creed drink? Constantly.
Never. But yeah,
That's where he
so
went off to just a second ago.
one of my
It's
best,
short.
one of my favorite bands is Bad Religion. I mean, I got a long list, but that's always been one of my favorites. Only got to see them one time live. It kind of sucks. Anyway,
What was the question?
favorite band.
Favorite band.
God bless.
That's a trick question.
I'll go with I always enjoy listening to Primus. We'll go
Or
with Primus.
musician.
Man, that's tough. God bless you, Bishop.
You okay?
Depends on what mood I'm in. I mean, really.
Well, that's what I mean. So that's why you got to kind of separate that out to your favorite. But I think you're a lot like that. But yeah, that's the thing. I don't watch. I don't listen to a lot of my favorites.
If you could say, hey, Mikey, you can go to any concert of any band, I would be like typo negative or something because I know, I can't never go see him again. So I would probably go see. I know nobody knows who that is, but that'd probably be what I would go with.
Which position would you be in? Knox, favorite band? Is it Dave Matthews Band or is it your favorite musician, John Popper?
I'd probably say for the band, probably Tom Petty.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
And I mean, I listen to a lot of stuff, you know that. But and then individual musician.
No, that's too easy, Glenn. George Jones and a heartbeat. I'm not a big fan of Willie Nelson, actually. Anybody here?
Individual singer, I'd say either Ben Folds.
Oh my
I like to go see him live. I've seen him
Deep
live. It's a good
cut.
show.
Okay.
Or Citizen Cope.
Citizen Cope?
What's their big hit?
Knox is a brick and he's drowning slowly. Activate and he's going nowhere. Knox is a brick and he's drowning slowly. My favorite song about abortion, dude.
It's a singing wall.
Thank you, Wall. Just another brick in.
Yeah. By the way, Shelly has one of those conversion vans with all the padded out everything and probably
Shag and wagon.
Yeah, basically. All that.
And hallelujah to Shelly, the neck bone, I believe. Collarbone, that's it. Collarbone. Thank you for the $10.
Thank you, Shelly. Look at these lips.
Oh, boy. Freddie.
Let's go. Hi.
Yeah.
Hey,
Riding riding your bicycle?
Bicycle, bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bike. I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride Knox all night. He says 7:30. I say 9. I say whenever you get into the hot tub, that's when we're gonna get down. Hey, I saw you guys say Queen was your favorite.
No.
No.
Lady Fang did. Lady Fang did.
All right, well.
I was rewatching interviews about how Sacha Baron Cohen was supposed to play Freddie Mercury, and the band was very insulted by the way he was portraying him around the set. So
really?
Yeah.
Just it's super over the top.
Over the top. Yeah. But Freddie Mercury was over the top, so really he wasn't too far off. But I don't know. I'm sure it was hilarious.
Yeah, it's just like South Park where they made those round things that you had to remember.
Yeah.
I remember whenever I was coming, we were on tour, and I said, "Guys, what do you think of this little tiny mic stand?" And they said, "Kind of looks a little gay to me." And I said, "Woof, tough crowd. All right, clearly not reading the room very well, guys. All right."
Oh, you two went very commercial.
Hey,
Freddie, you're gay.
Let's go.
one thing on
You're
the
the love of
YouTubes
my life.
that I do enjoy is the is Freddie singing without any music tracks
Yeah.
behind him.
Jakob, that's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. Which I don't know. I mean, I guess they're acapella, but they're tracks that are already produced and just ready to have music put under them. I guess. Which would be acapella. Saw that, David. Absolutely crazy. And Where's Valley? Very close to Pigeon Forge, and some really sad pictures of some really nice cabins that are already up in flames. And around now is when the winds are supposed to pick up and the storms are moving in. No rain until after 3 a.m. So it could get pretty bad up in that area. Just
Stay away from Dollywood.
Yeah, no kidding.
They got a wooden coaster. That thing will go up like this house behind me.
The DM, with Dave Matthews, I listen to it often, but it's not usually my go-to. Got to be in the mood for DMB.
Sorry if I missed stars. And hello, Jeanette.
And thank you, Jen.
Anyways, all right, Knox. Yes, back to you. I read the poll question.
What was the poll question?
What was the
Can't
poll?
tell you. Go ahead. What do you got? What's been going on with you, Knox?
Well, before, let's see here. Last time we spoke, my dog was very sick. And
Robbie
she
Rob?
had to put her down.
Hey, quick
That was
question, and very
unfortunate.
sorry to hear that, by the way. You had her for 10 years?
Yeah.
I said that Emily when she told me about it, and I said that to Mikey too. I said I had no idea you had it that long.
Yeah. 10 years. She was bleeding internally and had cancer. So, yeah.
She would
It's a
never do
bummer.
that.
I never brought her to the coffee shop because she would have fought other dogs. So I didn't bring her in there.
Yeah, Doug, they were smart about doing that. I was saying all the other ones that are made. I saw a list today of all the other ones that are like at Old Town, one of my favorite places near Orlando. It's in Kissimmee. They have the Vomitron, I think it's called, right out front, which is a big swinging pendulum ride, which is made by the same manufacturer, still running. And last year, almost to the date, there was a ride there. Maybe it wasn't the Vomitron. It's the other one right next to it. It's one of the ones with the compressed things and then shoots you up. One of those.
Right,
and some of the cables had come up right before they launched it.
Oh yeah, I remember watching that video.
Crazy.
I remember that. Yeah.
But all the rest of them in Orlando, they all are running. Didn't even shut them down, which is terrible. But Knox, very sorry about your dog. It will be quite a while till we have another Udo joke. I promise you.
Okay.
Stop bullying in its tracks. Visit don'tbealowhangingfruit.biz.
And for the record, I totally wasn't being a jerk when I messaged you and said, please don't make any jokes for a while. I wasn't being like...
Yeah, no, I didn't. Did I say anything?
You said nothing, so I wasn't sure what you were thinking.
Right. That is, I took your...
yeah.
Rag a monkey.
Anyway.
Your friend looks like Hunter Biden. Which one? This one?
I'm guessing Knox.
Who has a laptop?
So, ended up going to the airport in Philadelphia. Got stuck for 9 hours in the airport for an hour and 15-minute flight.
Wait a
Stuck
minute.
for 9
How
hours.
long of a drive is it?
To where?
To Philadelphia.
Oh, I went to Philly the day before.
Oh, you were flying down south.
Right.
Oh,
right.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, let me back up. I went down to Philadelphia to fly down to Myrtle Beach.
Okay, I got you.
And got stuck in the airport for 9 hours. To put in perspective, one of our friends from New York who was driving down and left at 5 a.m. actually beat me to the hotel.
He screwed one up today too. Chase.
So we stayed at the Ocean Reef, Creed. Do you remember that one? It's down on 71st Avenue.
Well, that's up pretty far then. You're saying.
Yeah.
That's almost
Pretty bad when you mess up the first word.
Restaurant Row, right?
Yeah, up near the Flamingo Grill, which I'll get to that shortly as well. So the first thing that went wrong was this. Of course, I wasted no time before imbibing in a couple edibles when I got down to Myrtle Beach.
Well, Kieran, we've always been a little hard on Knox about being a dog killer. That's what he's talking about. We're always a little because of how the whole thing happened
with Udo. You felt that what I did was wrong.
Unjustifiable death.
Right.
Right. Exactly. Yes.
Oh, it's Emily.
Oh, how was your nap? What time is it? 9:25. She's waking up from a nap. I couldn't have been any more loud.
Is that cheetah print?
We're in the middle of a.
No. Is she wearing a bra?
Jesus, you are the horniest. I almost want to go back and change my. I almost want to go back and change my answer now because he seems. Extremely horny this evening.
You have the right to remain horny.
What color panties does she? Well, how do they cut them? What do they look like?
Any panty can be an edible panty. You just gotta know what you're doing. Come on.
So at the front desk at the Ocean Reef, you know how they write down your room number on the back of the little envelope for your key?
Mm-hmm.
They do that at other hotels too.
I think they do that at others, yes.
These a-holes wrote it on the front of the key. So I didn't see it because it kind of blended in with the rest of the stuff that was on the front of the envelope for the key. So I didn't see it.
Is it because of edibles?
Is what because of edibles?
You missing that part that I guess was...
No, it was because it blended in.
No reason to.
So what the point is, I got my room key and I went up to the 5th floor and I forgot what room it was. And they didn't write down the number in the right place, so I walked around trying my key on all the doors. And
rather than going and asking,
so then I didn't want to go back down the elevator. So then I stopped.
Fear of elevator.
And I
Only
called.
one way for him.
So I stopped and I called the front desk from my floor. And I said, "Hi, I just checked in. Can you tell me what my room number is?" And they couldn't find me in the system. And I'm like, "That's impossible. I just checked in. I just spoke to you. You can't tell me my room." And they couldn't find me. Turns out I called the wrong hotel to find out where my room number was.
Shocker.
So that was the first 10 minutes I'm on the site of
Real
this
quick.
place.
I had a Knox thing yesterday. I wasn't high on edibles, but I was just waiting.
Real quick, I think we need some donos for Bishop so he can have a big mic in front of his face. Poor guy has a dollar store headset, 5 bones to start. Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Nice headphones again, too.
oh, thank you. I have the Burger King app, and I was like, oh, I got a free burger on here. Okay. And I got the free burger, but I sent it to the wrong Burger King, and I drove around twice, and I said, yeah, it says internet online call Lewis, and they're like, we still don't have it. And I look at the address, and I'm like, what's your address? I was like, oops, wrong one. Never mind. Never get that burger now. Go on. So you call the
I
wrong
think you might
hotel.
be onto something.
So then I called the right hotel, and they told me the number over the phone. But she said, you can look at the back of your room key, and the number's on there. I said, no, I can't, because it's empty. No one wrote the room number. And then I flipped it over, and it was on the front for whatever reason. They had put it in small letters, and it blended in with the front of the room key.
So for me, they usually give you a little thing, and they write it down right there. Not on
Or they give you a map and circle it. This is where your room's at.
too.
Nope, none of that.
That just reminded me, though, Crown Reef, which complete opposite. Complete opposite end. The big one, 4 buildings, south end.
Yes,
right before you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Friends were staying there, and the check-in's across the street. That whole building that's across the street, and it's not like you just walk into that building and boom, there's the thing. It's you kind of got it upstairs and then straight back, and then you got this huge area. They get all the way to their room, which is across the street. Then you got to walk, a little bit, and then you go to your building, and then all the way up. And they were, I don't know, 18th, 20th floor. It's pretty far up. It was easily a 10-minute walk, easily. And they get to the room and they go to use their key. They go to the other one, doesn't work. So they also called and they said, if I'm not mistaken, they had to walk all the way back to go and get the right key, and nobody would help.
It's funny you mentioned the Crown Reef because I actually had a 4-foot tall waitress at Dirty Don's who was the granddaughter of the couple who owned the Crown Reef.
Huh. Well, ain't that something?
And I'm going to send a picture.
While you do that, did anything happen in the hot tub other than sharing chicken sandwiches because he was with guys? Keep in mind.
Oh, half a chicken sandwich.
12. We had foursomes.
Any emergency poops on this vacation? Because you go on vacation, the tummy gets a little.
Oh yeah, just a new area, drinking new water. It's just let loose. That's what I most time when I go to a hotel, first thing I do strip completely nude, even in front of my children, and then go take a poop.
Really?
Yeah.
So,
and that's in the lobby, by the way. That's not even when he gets in the room.
Right? Yeah.
That's just in the lobby. That's a pre-poop, before you get to that room and really have a good one.
Right. You kind of can just go in. You're doing some recon about how nice the place is going to be, like tiled floors. Is there carpet in this bathroom? What's going on?
I'm glad that all those really rude comments, Knox didn't read one of them.
Pointed to your boobies.
I'm sending some pictures here. The first photo I'm sending is not the waitress.
Okay.
How do we know? She's standing next to you were this tall to ride this ride kind of thing? How do we know?
Oh, she did
well. No, I'm going to pull that. You'll see how short this girl is in a second.
Well, the first one you sent, other than the fact that she has on a filter or fly.
Yeah, well, that's a whole nother story.
I look forward to that story. Because
forward to that.
How long does it take to send pictures on Facebook?
I had to connect my internet. Just hold on a second.
Okay.
Her face looks so fake.
So we ended up going out
Wait
to
hold
what?
on.
Are we not allowed to share this picture?
Oh, but you got to share the second one first with the girl that's around my junk.
Let them know who they're dealing with.
Look at
I love
like
that.
how
there's a hole.
In it.
Well, there's a. Can you put it up on the screen?
Yeah, Mikey's just in a hurry and wanted everybody to see the hole.
The hole
Yeah.
is the best part.
So she was actually just bending over a little bit, and that's how tall she was. It was kind of, I think she might have come up to my elbow, maybe. She was very tiny.
Rose there?
There was a homeless guy that Creed, the homeless guy that used to make those. Yeah, he was there. Yeah, see, he came by.
Wait,
the homeless guy that makes the roses out of the palm things.
Oh,
he used to come around to all the bars and go to Broadway.
Really?
He's still around. Yeah, that guy was still there.
Guy's gotta be. It's probably owns a beach house now.
So that was at Dirty Don's, and from there,
who is this girl though? Who is she?
Her name is Brooke.
Oh, so you just met her while you were there? You're saying
She was our server.
Okay.
But she moved down to Myrtle Beach because her grandparents own the Crown Reef, and that's why she was there.
All right.
Yeah. She was teeny tiny. So from there
Very
we went
friendly-
over.
Excuse me
very
for
friendly
just
girl, by the way.
Excuse me for just a moment. So, did you try to get a number? Try to do anything with that?
Oh, I'll get to that in a second. Yeah. Yeah.
Is
of
there a
course.
reason why you're still wearing the same shirt? Haven't washed my junk. Oh, it's a different.
This is
shirt.
not the same
It's
shirt.
slightly different.
Haven't
His
washed.
wardrobe-
It has flamingos on it, dude.
I'm
It's
sorry.
Uh-oh,
Vacation.
Creed frame on Bishop.
Yeah.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just a little stutter.
So anyway, we were supposed to meet out at the Bowery because it was right around the corner. Creed, you remember the Bowery? Great bar.
Oh, yeah, well, that's,
Yeah.
the home of Alabama.
Alabama, right. So
Alabama.
we went down to some other Riptide, I think it's called. It's a rooftop bar. It's a new
Yeah,
place
why? You
down
want
there.
to see the camera?
You got a Riptide camera?
Go
Oh,
ahead.
I wish I'd have known you were there.
No shit.
We'd have definitely seen you because there's never
We got
anybody
like
in there.
4 different ones, actually.
I'll tell you the floor I was on if you pull them up. But anyway, we ended up over at Riptide, and people started to get pretty drunk. And then we met this girl. That's the girl I sent you the picture of, with the filter. And
You met her there?
at Riptides, yeah, with her mother. And this girl is 23 years old, deaf, and we were we were in the bar part, not in the restaurant part.
Oh, it looks like there's a bar part right there.
Right there.
This is
That
pretty
is
wild.
appears to be a
Different
bar.
floor. We were one floor above it, I
Are
think.
we allowed to show this girl or no?
Yeah, sure. I don't care.
So the blonde girl is deaf?
So this girl was deaf and mute. She couldn't speak, she couldn't hear. But
So-
she could read lips. And I
didn't
got
know
myself in trouble with that because I was talking a bunch of shit and she saw me do it. And,
About what? Deaf people?
What were you saying?
About how I was saying how good she looked for being a deaf person. And she didn't like that.
Hey, bud, what's your problem?
I can
So-
totally see that. Too.
So she ends up taking a liking for my friend. And yep, that's her. I forget what her name is, Sierra or something. I forget.
How did you forget? How did you get the picture?
She sent that to my friend, who we put it into a group chat we had going on.
Oh,
She was
Okay.
trying to pick him up.
Question.
Sure, Jan.
Okay, being that she's mute and deaf or dumb and blind, whatever you said.
Yeah.
How did you know that she wasn't into you? Now she took a liking to your
Oh,
friend
she
who-
was always into my friend. It wasn't about me.
Oh,
So,
who are you talking to about this stuff?
well, my buddy was my buddy was to my left. He's the one that she was into, and then there was this older guy to my right. I was talking to him, and then she came over and she punched me in the arm, and I couldn't figure out why. And then her mother looked at me and said, "She can read lips, asshole," like that to me. And I was like, "Oh,
What?
Buddy to the left of me, old guy to the right. Here I am talking crap
so I
about
said-
deaf people.
So she was sign languaging to her mother.
Mm-hmm.
And little did they know that I know a little sign language myself. And so the one thing I know in sign language is this. You go like this with your ears, like this, and it means jackass.
Maybe I shouldn't be singing this song, ranting and raving and carrying on. Maybe Knox is right when we tell him he's wrong.
You wanted her. Go ahead and
yeah. Just
Did
for
you
the
say,
checkbox.
Hey, baby, let me get on your level and talk
I mean,
to
I
you.
didn't want her, but she wasn't bad looking considering that she had messed up teeth.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
her
yeah.
teeth were okay, but her mouth was like crooked. She had like a crooked tooth line. She looked kind of like a South Park character when she talked. You know how their teeth are kind of like weird in their mouths? That's what it kind of looked like. So anyway, so I did the sign. I pointed at my friend next to me, and she was like all blown away that I knew sign language. And that was all I knew. So I got to chatting with her mom, and she was hitting on my buddy, and she was real upset. She grabbed onto his ring and was all upset about that. And was stomping around, and she kept on trying to buy shots.
Boner.
Was he in the Hall of Fame or something? Where you grabbing his ring?
His wedding ring.
Oh, okay.
So she kept on trying to buy shots with her crumpled up $20 bill.
Shame.
And the rest of the guys were buying her and her mom shots. And I was just kind of hanging out. I ate some spring rolls.
Jeff, some ginger ale, dude.
Club soda with crayon.
Boner.
Not bad. So
Bishop has something he wanted to say.
Yeah. Okay. So this lady brings her deaf child to the bar, right? And you said she's 20.
I know.
Right?
23.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm saying probably the mom is in her early 40s. Is that what we're saying?
No, her mom was like 50 something.
Okay. And she said, "Hey, this is hi, I'm Janice, and this is my daughter, Kristen. She's deaf and dumb and blind. Let's party." I mean,
She wasn't blind. She wasn't blind. She was only deaf and dumb.
Okay.
Deaf and dumb.
Why do you say
mute.
dumb?
Why do you say dumb?
Mute. Sorry, mute. Isn't dumb the same thing as mute?
I don't think so, but maybe.
That doesn't sound politically correct.
Deaf and mute.
Okay. All right.
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
Oh my god. Okay, so you and her didn't make it, but did your friend hook up with her?
Well, no, but she insisted that we go with her to the Bowery, which we were going to go to anyway because that's where Brooke was going to be to meet up with me after we went to Dirty Don's. Right?
Short girl.
Are you right? Are you following along? So they were, yeah, her. So they sell these 32-ounce beers at Riptides, and my friends were getting really, really hammered, and we ended up going down to the Bowery, and we got situated in there, and she starts trying to hook me up with her mother. She puts
I'm
up.
Sorry, I gotta go see. She's yelling about something.
Creed, you tell her to wait.
Well, I don't know.
What the hell is she doing?
Don't you know I'm in the middle of this story?
Out of all the times, I mean, I'm trying to. All right, so anyway, so we go over to the Bowery, and she's trying to hook me up with her mom because she wants her mom to leave her alone so she can try and make a move on my friend. Because her mom was telling her to stop because he was married. So she puts up the menu so her mom couldn't see what she was saying, and she was lipping to me. Like she kept on saying.
You're right.
And now I'm trying to
you and her mom were like the same age.
Now I'm right. Well, she thought I was his dad, so that was messed up because of my gray hair.
Oh my
which was a whole nother thing. And so I'm trying to read lips, and I'm making sure I'm like, no, I don't want to have sex with your mother. And she's like, and her mom's like, like, oh, stop, and I'm like, no, really, I don't. It got really weird. Well, right as all that's going down, my two other buddies who were leaving behind us from Riptides came in, and my buddy who was blacked out decides to slap the ass of a woman that was in the doorway dancing, twerking, and he slapped her ass when he walked in as hard as he could. And her husband was the biggest guy in the bar, and she walked him over to her husband to tell him what she had just done. And my buddy had his eyes closed because he was blacked out, and he explained to the husband that he had apologized and it was okay. Then the police showed up, and we all got removed from the bar. So we managed to get kicked out of the Bowery, which is pretty hard to do, but we did. And from there we went home, and that was the end of night number 1. And my birthday, I ended up over at the Dollhouse.
Go on.
On mushrooms, which was I wouldn't suggest that.
Yeah, that sounds like an
ever.
awful situation to put yourself in.
Well, it was funny at first, but I got taken by a Cuban dancer, and she
got taken by a Cuban.
She walked over and she stuck her tongue in my ear, and that was it. And we ended up over in the back room, and that's a whole nother thing. So, Bishop, I got to say something about strip club remixes when you buy dances in the back.
Okay.
Why are they so short?
You know why?
Why?
Why can't you do a full song? If I'm paying $50 for a dance, I should get 4 minutes. I should get 4 minutes of that song.
Well, that's up to the club, but was this a special or was this just the regular stuff going on?
I got taken for. I thought it was $30 to get in, but she just took my money.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went and sat down, and then I got the 2 dances. She wanted me to go in the back room with her for $700.
I'm sorry.
She was making the look at me. She was doing that because her English is terrible.
She was.
And so I said
Sign
no.
language. More sign
I said
language.
no. And
no, thank you.
And she said, "Come on." I said, "I don't have any money." She said, "Use your credit card." I said, "No." And then we went out front, and I had to pay. And this is where things got a little. Now, mind you, I was a little banged up on mushrooms, and so I gave the guy my card, and I told him, I said, or it was a girl with a big guy standing next to her, and I said, and what they do there, Bishop, is you got to buy money for a 10% surcharge.
Yeah, you buy funny money.
Yeah, did you guys do that at your club?
No.
Come on.
Yeah, I don't know.
They didn't vacuum the floor at night. Come on.
Yeah.
So I gave him the chip card. I said, "Look," I said, "my chip's not working, so you're gonna have to put in the card by hand, like put it in manually." And the girl says, "Well, we don't do that." I said, "Well, you're gonna have to do that."
Thank you, Flusher.
Because it won't swipe. Because it wouldn't work. And so she was like, "Well, we don't type in the numbers." I said, "Well, that's a problem because that's how I'm gonna pay for the dance I just had, and I owe you $100." So I give them my credit card, which I thought was maxed out, but it turned out it wasn't, and the $110 went through on it. But here's where things got a little tricky. They handed me the funny money. I didn't realize this what it was. I thought it was just like a bunch of coupons and some bullshit. I didn't realize there was money in it. And so the guy hands me the money, and the girl's sitting there with her hand out like this, and I said, "What?"
He said,
and she pointed at the money, and I'm like, "Oh, fuck that! I just gave you money." And so the guy's head cocked when I said that, and I said, "I just gave you money." And the guy's like, he goes, "That's for her." And I said, "This?" And he said, "Yeah." I said, "I've already given her plenty of money." He said, "You better give her that money." And he wasn't kidding, like at all.
Right.
And so I gave her the money.
I don't think they did about that.
She got my $100 plus a $10 surcharge plus $30 that I don't know why the fuck I even gave it to her in the first place when I walked in there.
Right.
And I was out $140 in 6.5 minutes.
Wow.
And that was all the money I had for the night, pretty much. So I refused to go to the ATM.
I will say this though, I think that's pretty common down there.
They got me. They got me.
That is how things works.
Well, yeah, that's
how things work.
A lot of places, yeah.
A lot of Cubans, a lot of Colombians, a lot of Romanians were in there. Ever since Derriere's got shut down, I guess they're all moving over to the Dollhouse.
Almost all of them got shut down. Think about up in North Myrtle, that one's gone.
Well, what was that one called?
You are a smelly pirate hooker.
Bottoms Up.
Yeah. A lot of the titty bars are all gone.
Massage bars are all gone too.
Is the that one that was over by the KZQ and Wave Studios though? I think that's still around. Where Prez was at 5 days a week.
Oh, that was the dollhouse down in the South End, wasn't it?
Okay. Sorry, Bishop. I have to ask a quick question. We jumped right past it. Did the short 4 foot tall waitress go with you to the strip club?
Never showed up.
Never showed up to the strip club or to
the strip club. They never showed up to the Bowery.
Oh wow.
Were you catching all that, Creed?
Yes.
That the mom wanted me to sleep with her.
Was the mom hot?
Well, I'm sorry. The daughter wanted to sleep with the mom. The daughter was.
Oh no, I missed that part because I was watching Emily, who was yelling at you in the house extremely loud. She was going to come in and yell at you.
Why?
Because he was having fun.
Yeah, why was she yelling at me? And then she came in and sat down and didn't say anything. So what? Yeah, I'm confused.
She didn't want to bug you. It's fine. All right. So the mother, real quick, just to refresh myself here because I must have missed that small part. So the mother wanted. What?
The daughter wanted me to hook up with her mom because she wanted to get a shot at my buddy because her mom was stopping her from trying to hook up with him.
Wow, that's bold.
And she mouthed it to me behind, so her mom couldn't see her mouth with the menu up, and she was asking me. Kept on saying that to me.
And you said no? Was she real?
I said no. Her mom wasn't very attractive.
Oh.
What was her flaw?
And she had a gun. She had a gun in her purse. I forgot to mention that. She was going through her purse, and I saw, you can't bring a pistol into a bar. That's ridiculous.
South Carolina. What do you mean? So I'm kind of surprised that you didn't say that I want to crack at you if I got to take this one.
Yeah, you should have got the mom and the daughter.
It was so messed up. And then after we left, it turned out that
I like that the guy that just got took for $140 and was on mushrooms in a strip club is appalled that someone would have a pistol in their purse.
That's what I'll be doing every single night. Dollar bills, y'all.
Madam, please. We're sophisticated folks around here.
So Shoddy didn't take the trip down the boardwalk. By the way, what 2 minutes to come and see you?
Yeah.
All right. So then you go and all right. So why even do the dance anyways? Why even
do what dance?
At
pay for the dance.
Spend $130.
Oh, I don't know. Why not? And she took my hand and she put it on her ass. She was very aggressive. She also stroked me through my pants.
Oh my God! Jesus Christ!
Hey, boner.
That never used to happen. That never used to happen at strip clubs. That's a new thing for me. And she put my hand on her crotch as well. But she had bottoms on, but she put my hand on her crotch.
One time that happened to me, and that was at that one that is closed down now. That turned into a club. Remember, it was an outdoor club. I think that Jeff used to DJ at. That was the other dollhouse. No, was it? It's up in North Myrtle. It was across from like where everybody used to go get sushi.
Tsugami?
I think so. Oh, anyways.
By the way, if you gave me $140 just to hang out with you for 9 minutes, I would do all those things as well, Knox.
I didn't even get 9 minutes. I got like 4. Not even 4 total.
Well, you went to the wrong place.
But that
was horrible.
I've seen, like on Reddit, I see a lot of people talk, and people have been talking about that kind of thing forever. But
I gotta say,
a lot of those.
But there was no shortage of beautiful women in that club, though. Holy cow, they were good looking. And they put me and my buddies in front of a stage. And they realized we weren't going to spend any money because one of the girls walked by to give me a massage, and I asked my buddy if I could borrow $10, and she just walked away because I only had $10 and it was $20 for the massage.
Now listen,
so I had
the days of the juice bar there over on that one street.
Derrieres.
That place was scary to walk into.
Yes.
I mean, it really was.
We used to bring kegs in there when I was in college.
Oh, they let you bring anything you wanted there. It was crazy. They had
all the
shower
women in there
shows.
had guns. Yeah, it was crazy.
They would bring you coolers with ice.
Naked.
Naked. Completely naked.
Yeah. All right, so let's so far this has sounded like this has been a horrible trip for you.
It was a good trip. No, it was all right.
What is good about it? What part?
The golf. The golf was all fantastic. The nighttime stuff, listen, it was just fun to get out with my buddies.
Right.
You know?
Well, this is what we need to know. Did you get laid at all while you were there?
Unfortunately, no.
None? The whole vacation?
No.
Nothing?
I just only stroked through my pants.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
My God, Billy Squire.
Stroke me, stroke me.
I played golf with my high school math teacher, and he still has an anger management problem. He yelled at me at dinner because I ordered dessert.
Not the first time you've been questioned about dessert ordered, have you?
No.
That's the thing.
And then my other buddy tried to tell me that my whole non-drinking thing is a scam to get free desserts or to get free food when I go out places.
What?
Oh, like when it comes time to split the bill up. Oh, it's mostly drinks. Let's just get his meal. He thought I was doing it for a scam. Like it was a big
I would have punched him right in the face.
I just let him keep talking. It was fine.
Hey,
I was like, whatever, dude.
A couple of real quick Myrtle Beach things. So almost like right off in this area was a hotel we called the Sex Hotel.
Yeah, the Blue Bay.
Yeah, right up there. And also right around the corner from there, and Knox, you might, this might have been after you. There was a house, a small white house with houses around it, but that was right across the street from the, almost directly across the street from the parking garage for the pavilion. It was called $2 Tony's.
Oh yeah, $2 Tony's, absolutely, yeah.
And they didn't try to disguise the fact that it was a house. You went into different rooms, and there was a couch in there, and you just sat there and drank a $2
I've
drink.
been there a number of times, absolutely. Yeah.
And they were open 24/7. And that place did not get busy until about 2 a.m.
No, and it was usually, and it was a shit show when it was busy at 2 a.m. in there.
Beyond a shit show.
It was a circus,
It was absolutely insane.
I think you and I went there a couple of times.
I would have
for lunch. All right, so today's poll question has been ended. The question was supposed to say, will, it says well, but it says, will Knox have a sex story tonight? He did not. He did not. He didn't get lucky. No sex for the Knox. 24% of you said no, while 75% of you think very highly of Knox's sexual prowess and said yes.
Well, thank you.
104 votes on that, by the way.
Sorry to let you down. Should have gambled on it.
Can't win them all, dude. Can't win them.
But it was a 8 days is a long time to be on vacation in Myrtle. That's for darn sure.
Kind of surprised you didn't get laid, to be honest.
Yeah. It's the land of plenty.
Thank you, Shelly. I got her on.
The only option I had was the redheaded mom of the deaf girl.
Well, you should have done the mom then.
Oh, the mom was a ginger?
Yeah. What did Emily want to yell at me for?
I think the deaf and dumb thing.
Oh. That's why you got up and walked away?
No, she was yelling at the top of her lungs in the house. I thought there was something wrong.
But of course, the rest of us all week were doing impressions of the girl talking and pretending to sign language to each other when we were out places.
I know I spoke about each person
Is she listening to us?
so far.
She just said,
6 people in
No.
This is the deaf girl. Knox. Oh.
Waiting for the signal to come back.
Oh.
So her mom, just nothing about the mom, huh? Just
No. And this girl also had 2 children, I believe by 2 different daddies, and they were of mixed race.
And so
Maybe I shouldn't be singing this song.
So the point of you saying that is...
Well, what's the point of that?
It's part of a story.
Part of the story of why you didn't want to do her? Is that what you're saying, or you're just an observation?
No, this is just an extra fact Little fun fact about the hot deaf and dumb girl.
Does every stop? It's all quiet in my house until you say that. Does everybody have something to write down on?
Yeah.
Yes. You write down.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Knox, we're gonna have to. You got to think about this for a minute while we say goodnight. All right.
Okay.
And get an honest number of how many girls you think. How many days were you there on vacation?
8.
How many girls? What?
How many girls did you make an honest effort to flirt with, pick up, get a number kind of thing?
I got numbers. I did get a number my last night.
Slow down, cowboy.
Stop. How many total? And again, that would be somebody that you looked at and said, "Oh, well, try to get some from this person," kind of thing. That's
Yeah, I got that.
All right.
You want to see it?
No.
No, not yet, because we want to write.
Can I give you one last story?
Oh, of course, yeah. Go ahead.
On our way out the door, we all on our final night we went to the piano bar.
Crocodile Rock.
Yes, which
Over
is
at Broadway.
I still can't get over how different Broadway is with the whole different facade on it and everything.
Yeah,
it's not. It's just not.
Without Broadway Louie's there, without the karaoke and all that new one that they built, whatever, Dave and Buster's,
Yeah,
Hard Rock down there
on the corner.
It's all different. Yeah,
It's not the same.
No, it used to be a lot more fun. All right, no, go ahead. Yeah, so you're there.
We did meet some women there.
Uh-huh.
And this one girl grabbed onto me immediately. I was rubbing her back under her shirt. And
Not
and
as far as you got the whole time.
she grabbed onto my wiener as well.
Well.
But I did not take her home.
Then she whispered in your ear, "That'll be $45."
She was tiny also. And she was the same age as me.
And no mixed race babies.
Nope.
Good.
Babies, but not mixed race.
Knox, do you know you are at the age now that you're supposed to be going to that other club there that Bill Ketcher used to talk about all the time.
2001
on the corner at Broadway, where they used to have like disco nights and stuff.
Oh,
the
Malibu's?
No, the one on the corner next to that was the older retro.
It had the record on it. It had
it was an older club, if you will. Malibu is Malibu the one that the in between clubs you would go through a club and
there was a couch in there in the back area.
There was a band. They had a stage and there was a band that played like top 40 hits in between the two clubs or whatever. Anyways,
I forget.
Right.
I know what you're talking about, but I forget
All
the
right.
name of it.
I've got mine written down here. We've got everybody in the chat who has guessed how many. And again, this is how many girls that he really approached, flirted with, attempted to get a number, something like that along the lines, not just,
A possible conquest in his eyes.
Right. Drum roll, and we need a number.
Am I going first?
You're telling us, yes.
Oh.
The short girl was the half. I was closest.
Our guy actually.
Good job.
I wasn't in full-on prowl mode while I was down there.
Full on half mast.
So you're telling me on shrooms you didn't even ask that?
They call me the White Panther.
For any after party, anything at the at your hotel?
She didn't speak any English.
That's an issue. I found it hard to believe that too. Are you lying?
No.
Well, no. He already knew that it was going to cost $7.
Yeah, and no,
For there.
no,
That's
none
at
of
the club,
this, none of these has ever been worth $700.
Oh no!
Not even close.
Was she gonna give you a punch card to come back and get one every day, or
Bishop, in your strip club days of running
Yes.
one, did you ever run into any strong arm and kind of bullshit like that, like they pulled down at the beach, or?
Oh yes, I mean there was. You remember Rachel, Dad's Rachel?
Of course. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, her. I mean, she did that on her own. So it was. She would get guys for like 5 G's in one night.
And she was
She's a
sleeping with
earner.
him?
No,
No.
no.
It seems like to go and really have a good time at the strip club, you have to have like 5 G's. Like there's no like
no.
Because I didn't have a whole. I mean, it was okay for $140, but I mean,
No,
I felt very gypped.
This is what Rachel would do. She did the same thing that this lady did, but you know, this girl tried to do it too quickly. You would have never seen Rachel. Rachel would work like 3 days a month, and then she would be gone. And then
who was the girl?
I have no idea. The one
that you got, the one that gave me the boner.
I don't. You think I write that in my journal? I don't
Dear
know.
diary, today Knox kind
Well, you set me in the back with her, and I guess you told her to give me a little bit of the extra sauce, right?
Hey, boner.
No.
Extra sauce.
No.
Sauce on side.
Masters Gentlemen's Club is what I was talking about. There was literally 2 blocks from the studios.
Oh yes,
He was always. President was at the one that was down. It was way down in Garden City, and it was an A-frame building.
Oh yeah, no, I know, but he did Masters a couple nights a week, and then he had his Fridays were down at that. Yeah, that was a weird one down there. That's now. You know what that is now? That got torn down, and that is a pancake house.
Oh, good.
And the Treasure Club's still open. That's on Seaboard Street.
I never went to that one. That had really bad reviews. The Treasure
I never
Club.
went either. It was always opened and then closed. And
yeah,
the Dollhouse actually is owned by the Florida guys that have some pretty nice places. Actually,
you think it's all mobbed out? Probably, right?
Oh, that's
the Dollhouse.
Dude, look up. No, look up. That's. I think some racketeering charges were trumped up at one point as well. Anyways,
you need 5 G's to have a good time at strip club.
But
I had time of my life and never had more than $25 in my pocket every time I went.
Right, but the thing is that the person just like you, you know, got took for 140. The person that got took for 5 G's, they would never see what that 5 G's was. The thing is, you get them in the back, you get them to buy $200 worth, right? And then before that 200 is even done, right? You take them, you say, hey, let's go to the bar and you can have me all night for X amount, right? And then, you know, guy buys X amount, and then you say, hey, you know, I'll meet you at Walmart. Not saying she said this, but hey, I'll meet you at Walmart, but my boss is a real a-hole. You got to buy this many dances. And the guy at this point, he's 2 hours in, sitting back there, you know, chatting it up with this girl, whatever. And she, you know, he thinks that they're going to meet afterwards. So he throws in the other, and he's already spent a few grand.
Well,
so
double F.
I'll tell you what else. All the mirrors and the lights and everything, you couldn't tell where the hell you were. Did they make it that way on purpose so you don't know where the hell you are in the building at all?
Knox, you're on mushrooms.
Yes, I was like, I think maybe.
Do you forget
I
the
like that
drug
both
part
of
of your
Knox's
story?
stories. 2 stories in a row he's told about losing money. He's on edibles one time. He's on shrooms the next. I don't have any problem with drugs. I'm glad I quit drinking. I never had trouble.
Did they pump something in the air there at the strip clubs? Because I felt a little queasy, a little weird.
Yeah.
I've seen double.
This one had a
little bit.
labyrinth in it. It was crazy.
Yeah, I go to the back, and the girl's face turns into a wolf. You guys do that on purpose?
I didn't take that many. I didn't take that
Monkey,
many.
That's actually a pretty good deal for her, isn't it? B?
75 payout.
Because
You got to tip out usually the bouncers. You got
and the DJ.
DJ.
Right.
Maybe the manager.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good money.
Yeah. I was in the back, and I realized that we're all just wasps, and we're all just building our nest. You guys do that on purpose?
Knox, if you had, let's just say, a credit card that had a pretty big balance that night,
got in trouble.
Say a nice wad of vacation money cash, right?
Oh, I would have spent more for sure. I guarantee you I would have, because I was in there, and it was, you know, and it was the night into my birthday. It was like the night going into the midnight of my birthday. So My buddies were offering to give me whatever dance they want. I just after that first one, I got so pissed off I didn't want to do it again.
No, I don't blame you at that point. I don't know how. I guess if I did drugs, I could do without the drinking in bars.
Really didn't need it. Yeah.
I guess. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. I know it's been a month. We apologize. Bishop's been very busy with work. Knox had some vacation stuff and all that. I think from here on out, is it safe to say, listen, if we can all get together, we're going to get together on Wednesday night at 8:30. If we can't, we can't. And for now, till we see what happens.
Right.
Anyways, thank you, guys. Mikey, any last words tonight?
No, I appreciate everybody coming by. Great mailbag. Great to see the guys back again. I'll see you tomorrow.
Knockers, any last words?
I'll catch you next Wednesday.
All right. Be sharp.
Yeah, it was good seeing everyone, and we'll see you in a week or a month.
Or
a year.
The Romanian, when she was doing the thing like flapping her legs back and forth, I could smell cheese.
And that's what we're going to leave you with tonight. You guys all remember that. Did it smell like? Never mind. We'll see you over on the main channel tomorrow, starting at 1 o'clock East for We Got a Case. We'll see you guys.
Booty clap. Clap back.
Appreciate you.
Sorry, Creed. I was premature.
Rago Monkey, always good to see you. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for the donos, the likes, all of that. We shall see you soon.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
Douche.